Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with an article from the Free Press. This is dated, I don't know when, but let's find out, 3/11, and we're not going to discover more. Subscribe right now. Let's make sure that I have access to that article. I do, because sometimes you check on it the first time and the whole thing's there, and then you go try to do a video on it, and it's like, oh wait, you have to actually subscribe now, but this one looks okay. So anyway, this article is from Christopher Rufo from, again, the Free Press. What did I say it was dated? 3/11. There we go. Good band. And if you don't know who Chris Rufo is, go ahead and check him out. He's a huge reason why everybody's noticed wokeness in society now. But go ahead and check him out. Good dude. And it says, this is the anti-Semitic influencer problem. It says the right should reject these poisonous ideas and their merchants. And picture of Kanye and his wife. But yeah, Kanye is just kind of showing his retardation with some of the things he said. But it's not just him. So let's go ahead and do this. It says in 1991, a motorcade carrying a Jewish rabbi cruised through Brooklyn's Crown Heights neighborhood. After getting separated from the group, one of the cars ran a red light and collided with another vehicle, which swerved onto the curb and hit two black children, leaving one injured and another dead. Within hours, the neighborhood had broken out in riots, with mobs of black residents targeting Jewish institutions. Early the next morning, a group of young black men stabbed and beat a Jewish graduate student to death. Says as the tensions escalated, the race hustler Al Sharpton organized protests at the scene, portraying Jews as nefarious diamond dealers responsible for the global exploitation of blacks. Another round of looting, vandalism, and violence followed. Remember, Al Sharpton has a show on MSNBC right now, and he hasn't really disavowed any of what he said here. So it says, flash forward to the present. Hamas launched the October 7, 2023 terror campaign against Israel and created fertile ground for another propaganda war. In the United States, left-wing academics seized the moment to rally support for the decolonization of Israel, and in the digital realm, a new anti-Semitism has reared its head. Several influential online commentators, most notably Kanye West, Candace Owens, and Andrew Tate, have used the attention around October 7th to push conspiracy theories, and especially in West's case, outright anti-Semitism, on podcasts and social media platforms, ostensibly from a right-wing perspective. The two episodes provide a fascinating point of comparison. Anti-Semitism is an ancient affliction, but it takes a different shape throughout history, depending on the culture, language, and technology of the moment. In today's case, we see a resurgent anti-Semitism that has scrambled politics and perpetuated itself in cyberspace. In short, the Crown Heights riots have been digitized, and I don't even remember when those happened. I mean, I know I saw it in the beginning of the article in 1991, but I don't have any memory of knowing that happened at the time. I don't remember when I found out about it, but I've known about it now for some time, but just wanted to throw that little nugget out there. Then again, I was not living anywhere near New York City, in the Chicago area, so again, didn't know anything about it. But anyway, let's go back to this. So the first thing to understand is that Sharpton's activism was a form of flesh and blood ethnic politics adapted to the televisual era. His narrative in Crown Heights was built on a particular grievance against particular people in a particular neighborhood. It generated its power on a left-wing trope that Jews were oppressing poor blacks and that the government was favoring white interlopers over native minorities. Sharpton's desired outcome was tangible. He sought the imprisonment of the driver and more broadly, cash for his organization, which operated like a mafia protection racket. Yeah, it would have been interesting if there was a RICO thing attached to him or something like that, or they could charge him with that to see what would turn up. Anyway, it says the new anti-Semitism has taken a different turn. The leaders of this movement are not political activists, but social media influencers who have constructed a narrative based not on a left-wing oppressor-oppressed framework, but on a diffused, right-coded conspiracy theory. Jews, in these influencers' telling, have taken control of American media, flooded society with pornography, and organized sex-related blackmail rings to secure support for Israel. It's because, basically, they're the people that it's if anything bad is happening in the world, it's the Jews' fault. It's that simple. Okay, so they just make this crap up. None of it's true. As the tenor of this campaign is also new. While Sharpton sought to convey a sense of earnest outrage, the right-wing influencers have adopted a detached, ironic, schizoid tone, hallmarks of postmodern discourse. When Kanye West advertises a swastika t-shirt, and that's unbelievable that he did that, but go ahead and click on that link if you want to, it is not because he is signaling support for an organized neo-Nazi movement, but because it symbolizes transgression and is bait for digital censorship, which would let him play the martyr. It says West's troubled mental state should not be discounted as a factor here either. Yes, I believe he is bipolar. I don't know a lot about him. I don't listen to his music. But there you go. It says online, the narrative gets circulated through left-wing networks, which consider it useful for undermining support for Israel, and through right-wing networks, which find it helpful for building an audience. It says the ironic tone, of course, does not exculpate West and his followers, nor does it mean that their narratives will be contained to the digital realm. American Jews... Whoa, hiccups. Throat clogged there for a second. We'll go back to that. We're not going to cut that out. We're just going to plug right along. So, as American Jews rightly fear that this postmodern anti-Semitism will spill into the real world and result in violence, as it has done in Europe and with the Tree of Life Synagogue massacre in Pittsburgh. The dynamics of such violence also reflect the complexities of the new digital culture. Unlike the Crown Rights riot, where Sharpton's rhetoric was directly mobilizing the mob, I had to swallow there, the relationship between online discourse and acts of decentralized, mimetic violence is often ambiguous. It says there is also the question of cui bono. The simple answer is that Jews provide a convenient scapegoat. Kanye West can pin the blame on a Jewish doctor for fallout related to his bipolar disorder. Andrew Tate can shift responsibility to The Matrix for his various criminal proceedings. And I think of the movie every time I hear that. Not like, whatever he's saying for globalists or whatever. I think of Neo. Says, but there is another answer, too, one that reprises the Sharpton model. Business. The internet rewards scandal, shock, and virality, and conspiracy theories enjoy a burgeoning market demand. Candace Owens has never been more popular, turning each outrage and accusation into new views, followers, subscribers, and revenues. This problem has no easy answer, certainly not digital censorship or criminalization of free speech. The better approach involves patience, push back on anti-Semitic narratives, and build an establishment capable of both garnering attention and enforcing boundaries of decency. Anti-Semitic ideologies might be lucrative in the digital economy, but they are poison in the political realm. The right should reject them and their merchants, just as it rejected Sharpton a generation ago. Yep, that was it. I just wanted to go ahead and go over this because I do admire what Christopher Rufo has done in the political realm, and thought I would go ahead and read this. This is my first time reading it. So, yeah, he's right. These people that are popping up on the right, as it says in there many times in bunny ears with influencers, should be wholly rejected, and everybody should just move on with their lives and just call them out for the pariahs they should be. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.